Hey, what do you got?
Oh, I've got a 16-year-old young man who's got an earring stuck in his right earlobe. He noticed it had been hurting about a week ago.
Okay.
And then his mom took a look at it last night, and she says the back of the earring is totally embedded in the earlobe.
Okay.
We're probably going to have to really dig this thing out. And
Okay.
he has a pretty high pain tolerance because I've tried to push it out without any numbing medicine. I think we will need to numb it up to really get it out.
My name is Zion Hill. I attend BC Rain High School, and I'm trying to get my earring removed. That's been bothering me for a couple of days. I'm just ready to get it out.
I tried to get it out, so I cleaned it and I looked at it and I was like, no, I didn't see the back of the earring. And then when I flipped the ear, it was like embedded inside of the hole. And he was like, it was so bad it was hurting. So I was like, okay, let's go to the hospital.
I'm Dr. Larry Mellick, and I've been practicing emergency medicine for over 40 years, and I work at the University of South Alabama. Today I have Zion, a neat young man who presents here with an earring that is embedded in the back of his ear. Usually these things are fairly easy to get out. Put a little topical numbing medicine on there and pop it out the back, and you're done. So we're going to see if this is an easy one to get out or if there's going to be challenges.
Hey, Zion. So, are you a football player?
Yes, sir.
You are? Okay. How'd I guess? How long's this been stuck in there?
So, it's been hurting for about a week or two.
I'm just doing a little inspection here on this.
So as I examine Zion's ear, this just isn't your average stuck earring. This is something a little bit more complicated. It might be an early infection even too, because it's a little red, a little swollen.
Before the season started, it wasn't hurting as bad as it is now. But since the season started with my helmet and it just banging on it and banging on it, it was just like, guys, to get it out.
Part of my challenge with Zion is that he's a tough guy. He takes a lot of pain. He gets banged up in football practice, and he has some discomfort when the helmet hits that earring, but he doesn't dwell on it, and he just moves on.
It looks like it's infected. The earlobe is actually significantly swollen, a little bit red, a little inflamed looking. And then behind the earlobe, it's really what we call macerated. It's really kind of torn up, and kind of what I would expect if someone's a football player wearing a helmet, having an earring in place. It's obviously buried in there really deep, so it's going to be kind of a challenge, I think, to get it out. So we have a couple options here. One of my options is basically to actually inject the longer-acting numbing medicine, but that's a little bit more painful, and if I can just get by with simply putting some topical medication on there, that's the direction I want to go. On the other hand, you're a lot bigger than I am, and so if I hurt you, you got to promise not to hurt me. Okay, teasing you. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and clean that off. Good, good, good. Okay, Zion, this can get really cold and can be uncomfortable, but just be patient with me. I just need to get real frosty is what I need to do. I think we will probably put him on some antibiotics for a couple of days, too. Okay, it's nice and frosty.
There's a number of different ways I can approach this, and what I generally find works best is to put some topical numbing medicine on top of that. And I also have a vapor coolant, which is a freezy spray, and then work fast.
Kind of apply this, it's like a really thick lotion around the top of the earring here.
If Zion had never told his mother about this and didn't come in today and just allowed this earring to stay buried there, the body's going to respond to that. The body's going to try and kick it out itself. And that's going to be an inflammatory reaction. And with inflammatory reactions come secondary infections. When patients come in with a perichondritis, which is a big word meaning that the cartilage is now infected, those are even more complicated problems. So the longer it's in there, there's going to be a very unattractive scar, and that's part of the reason we need to get it out. We need to get it out now.
Does that feel a little bit number now that we put this medicine on there?
Oh, yes, sir.
It does, okay. You see that right, that baby right there? I think it'll poke through nicely.
The worst case scenario would actually having to take a blade to go in there and open up the back, and we've done that on occasion too. The problem is as the earlobe gets more swollen, then it gets harder and harder to find, especially if it's a small earring.
All right, here goes. I'm just gonna see if I can just poke that baby right on through there without causing him too much pain. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's stuck on there, but it's coming in. We're making progress. If I have to stop and re-spray with that cold stuff, I can. But I'm just about there.
And it screws on.
Yeah, so there it is. There it is. We got it. I think I just.
Oh, it screws. Okay, that
Yes.
helps. Yeah.
It's coming.
There we go.
That baby was buried in there. You know, these football players, they don't feel any pain. They just. Okay, so I got it out. All right, so let me see if I can just. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? Mm-hmm. This is like bent a little bit.
The backing of this earring is a screw-on type earring, and I can't unscrew it because the stem is bent. And obviously I can't pull it out the front, and I can't pull it out the back. So I need to figure out what to do next.
We might have to cut it.
Yeah. Would you be upset if I just cut this off?
Talking about the earring?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good enough. All right, let me go grab some tools here.
My next choice is to cut it off. I don't necessarily have a lot of tools for that sort of thing, but I've learned over the years that a good side cutter, a good wire cutter comes invaluable sometimes in the emergency department.
I'm going to do the freezy spray one more time because I want to minimize the discomfort here, but let me know if it bothers you. So. Okay. Got it. Came out.
You know, I hated to think I might have been beaten by an earring, but we got it. I love victories like this, and, you know, it was a little bit concerning that we weren't going to be able to easily get this off.
Here's the earring.
And, you know, obviously, I don't want to consult any of my specialty colleagues. I need to do this myself, but we were successful here.
Unfortunately, I had to cut it. I mean, if you had decided, look, hey, I'm gonna do a nose piercing instead of my ear, you could have reused it, but, you know, I guess we're out of luck now.
I think he's done with it.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of him. He did a good job. I'm glad he's feeling better. I was worried because he's been in pain for a while now. So I'm glad it's over. I'm glad he's feeling better.
All right, thanks, Zion. You're a good sport.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.